In this video, I want to discuss the value of printing, basically why print your own work, and why fine art prints are more important than ever in this increasingly digital world that we live in. You know, the fact is that no digital device comes close to the look and feel of a photograph printed, on a beautiful fine art paper. Everything about that experience, it's much more tangible, much more tactile, substantial when you hold the print in your hands. There's a special magic when you see the print coming out of a printer that to me is yet to be surpassed by the best quality monitor or iPad screen. So, even if the view of your work doesn't hold the print in their hands, the pure physicality of the paper, its texture, the way it captures the detail and the color is something that I think resonates more deeply than any other photographic medium with your viewers. Printing your work also engages you with photography at a much deeper level. It asks you to consider the images you want to convey to the viewer. That really plays into the paper selection. Instead of simply choosing a paper based on its qualities, you choose a paper based on how it best complements your vision, what you want to convey to the person who's looking at your images. You can really let the paper complement all the work that you put into the field. So the main benefit of making your own prints and making the commitment to becoming a printmaker is for artistic control. It's not to save money or anything like that. It's really to take control of that process and make it a part of your overall creative workflow as a photographer from beginning to end. The print really gives you a sense of completing your work that you start in the field, and then you have something that you can hold in your hands and you can say, this is the thing that I envisioned, and now you can actually see it in reality. So as an example, let's take a look at an image here on my iPad Pro, which is Apple's latest model of the iPad. It has a high retina display, nice and crisp and sharp. It also has a wider color gamut, meaning that it shows more colors than previous versions of iPads. And the image looks really good. It has a nice contrast, nice richness. And so I have no problems showing someone my images on an iPad. However, when I compare this to something printed on, for example, printmaking rag, which is a beautiful textured paper from Canson, the same image takes on a whole new dimension. The texture of the paper really brings out the things that are in the picture, the things that I want to convey, the softness of the light, the color, the mood. And so there's something physical and tangible about this that I just don't get on a device. It also shows the person who's looking at the print that I've taken the time and the care of choosing a paper, of printing it, of making sure that they really get a representation of what I think is the best way to view this image, and hopefully they get my vision and what I'm trying to convey in the picture. And last but not least, a print sort of completes my whole approach, my whole workflow to making photographs. And so this is a lot more satisfying. I feel like I finally got something that can't be changed, doesn't depend on the device, but is always going to convey what I want the viewer to see. And those are the very same things that you can take advantage of as well when you start to print your own work. Printing your own work, taking control of the printing process, adds a whole new dimension to your creative vision, to your photography. And I hear this from students that take my printing workshops all the time. They always tell me how it's helped them to stay motivated, to stay inspired, and to think much more about the things that they photograph. It brings more meaning to the time that they spend making photographs and printing them as well. So you'll gain a whole new way to interpret and share your images, and that'll bring a personal satisfaction that is so important and will keep you motivated and inspired to stay creative behind the camera.